Hello, mini makers. Today we're going to be making a kind of lock tide pool type thing. Good for aquatic adventures and other things of that nature. So to start off with, we're just going to add a sphere. And then we can do a couple things. I'm going to try out a couple different techniques. So we can take the sphere, we can decimate it some, bunch. And then we can kind of shape it. Then we can subdivide it again to get a more interesting shape of your lock. Or we can give it so it's a little bit lumpier. Something like that. Or we can go ahead and add a sphere. Subdivide it. Add subdivide surfaces on it. And then we can go and do select random. Something like that. You want to select a small amount to like less than 0.1. And then you want to turn on proportional editing. And then you can just kind of depending how you shape it, you can either scale it with S, or you can scale it with Alt S. And then the less you select, that's how you can change texture it's given, something like that. So that looks like a mossy ball. Me. You can go ahead and I'm just gonna lock that. And then you can go ahead and go into sculpt mode, kind of move it, shape it around so it's not as round as you'd expect one of these to be. This. And then maybe you can go ahead and use a scrape tool. You probably use the scrape tool first, so let me just set the plane up. That's gonna be the base. So I'm just gonna set it at, let's say, 50. Like that. And then I'm just gonna set a couple of UV spheres. That'd be the kind of the general shape. So let me just figure out how I want it to look like. So probably something like, if this drawing works. Okay, yes, perfect. So probably something like, let this, make this a little bit wider than it is tall, something like that. And then we can just kind of draw in. We can kind of draw in our shape just to see something like this. Let's see. We can do something down here maybe. So like that. shape, maybe. Maybe we can do something down here. It cuts in a little bit more. Like this, maybe? Yeah, we'll just connect it down there. I do want this to come out. That. And then we're just going to set up a couple of our UV spheres around this to serve as the base, or like blocky tide pool enclosing. And then we can change the shape of the blocks. I'm probably gonna make these bigger. That 8mm tall. Okay, yep. So something, move them over. Like this. And then we're gonna give each of these blocks kind of a unique shape. Maybe duplicate some of them. Okay. So that's gonna be our pool area. And now that we have that, we can replace this that we did earlier. And then we can just decide to maybe have a couple of this shape. Couple of that design, and then we'll just kind of give them shape with the collab tool. Something like that. I don't want them to all be circles. Side this. Okay. Like that. Gonna go give the rest of these some shape here. You can leave this the same, make it smaller. Then we can go in, modify the shape here. Then we can use the pinch tool in some places to give it a little bit more of a basically like a interesting profile or shape. That. This. That. Just move this around too, so we just keep moving it around, just give them different shapes. And then we're probably gonna go with a different style, more of like a solid style for the rest of them. Like that. Okay, let's give it some light and some color. Color this blue just so you can see what we're looking at. And then we'll just give these something like this. Okay. I'm just gonna join a couple of these together. Give them this shade as well. Give these a different shade. Not too unnatural though. Okay. That's the beginning of our Lucky Tide pool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go with a different style here. So then we're going to go first. We're going to go and use the scrape tool and make them a little bit more angular. Give them a smaller amount of texture. So I'm gonna take this one, 3, 4, and join these together. Right now. This one. There we go. So now we're just gonna go scrape tool. I'm just gonna give these a lot more angular of a look. We're gonna go with the scrape tool from a couple directions. This. Gonna do the same thing here. Same thing here. And then we're probably gonna use the pinch tool. These lines a little bit more of serious or defined. Here for the top of some of these, flatten the top out. Like that. And we're just gonna see how they look afterwards, and then we're gonna fix them or change their shape a little bit. We're just gonna subdivide these. Looking at some of the blocks here. And then go ahead and give more more pinching. So now, I'm gonna subdivide surfaces. So now they're subdivided, we're gonna go ahead and give them a little bit more defined peaks. Pull sharp tool with the vertex crease tool. Gonna increase the length a little bit, 35. Something like that. Here. So these are like the more smooth. I'll actually probably give these texture. These are the ones that are less worn down or less moss covered. Like that. And then I'll probably go back and use the scrape tool more up these peaks. Like that. Make them a little bit more real. What else? Keep going around. Using the crease tool, crease here, there. These can be the super smooth ones. Let me try just the same color here. Some of these. I'm like gonna add some. I'm gonna use a crease tool here. Something like that. These are gonna be more just mostly their glazed edges. Profile shapes. Okay, so these are the flatter ones. So then I'm trying to think of looking at the last style of lock I could do here. I could do one that's very flat, more like a cube. I think I'll do that one. Something more like some of these cube ones, like this one or that one. I'm also looking at other pictures on my other screen. So what I'll do is I will take these. I'm going to go ahead, decimate these. There. Or I'll probably just add the cubes. Then I'll subdivide surfaces. And I'll just add some edge loops. So they're cubes. Okay, and now we're gonna look at these more cube-like ones. Then we're just gonna kind of maybe take this, we add an edge loop here, like that. And we're just gonna keep messing with them until we get something that makes sense. Or I could go for full corals. I'll probably do that instead, actually. Delete all these cubes. So to go full corals, I'm just gonna go add the UV spheres. And then just select, land them again, really push them in, but select more. Subdivide this. Maybe we can undo that. Subdivide. Select very small amount. That. That's way too many still. We're probably gonna select less, but make the impact bigger. Something like that. They're like more like corals. I'm gonna find a pinkish color. Something like that. I maybe just subdivide it again. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Something like that. And then I can just take one of these and just beat it up again with the snake hook tool. Okay. Okay. So now, just gonna do the same thing with a bunch of other ones of these. These corals big. Over here. Like that. And then we're just going to do the same thing for all of them. Make the shape a little bit more irregular. Turn off proportional editing. Just move them around. Okay. One in, move this one out. Over here. Okay, so then we're just gonna join all these together. Give them all 3 levels of subdivided surfaces. And then we're just gonna select, gonna merge them all to the individual origins. Select random. That's a different thing. Guess we're gonna have to separate them out. Again. Okay, and we'll start with this one. And then we'll change the ratio. Select 0.01. Like that. That's too many, it's too much. Okay. All these spheres. Take all these. Merge into their own system. And then we can change the number selected randomly to maybe we change, also change the profile or fall off type for proportional editing. I don't like how that one looks. That one's okay, but I'll probably go back to smooth. Like that. And you can use shift to make your area of effect or your have a little bit more control over the speed at which stuff changes. Like that. Okay, that's good. And this big one. I don't want to make this big one weird looking. That's too weird looking. Eh, maybe not. Maybe just make it. Okay. And then we can go ahead and just move these around a little bit. something like that. And the big one, not too much there. Okay, so we're just gonna give this that pink color as well. This one the pink color. Oh, I didn't even do these ones. We can leave those fairly round, those two. Make this, I don't know, a blue. Okay, so this is our little blocky pool thing, place. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and extrude this down. It's gonna serve as the base for our ocean scene. I'm just gonna make a couple of loop cuts using Control R. Then I'm gonna save and apply the scale. Then I'm gonna go into sculpt mode, put dynamic topology on, add some dynamic topology. I have my vertice count down here, so I want to see how much I add. So I go to my blob tool, set it to 0, make sure dynamic topology is on. I'm doing 3, a resolution of 3 at constant detail. Okay, so I added 4,000 vertices. That's fine for me. I'm just gonna do them in this general area, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Or, yeah. So let me just take off my dynamic topology. Oh. Also gonna go into edit mode, merge vertices, and then recalculate outside. So basically I went in edit mode, hit a shift normal, recalculate outside. So now when I go into scope mode, my deflection is in the positive instead of the negative. It was in the negative before for some reason. Maybe something like this. Like that, maybe. Kind of like there's something was flopped in the water kind of thing. This. Okay. We're just adding some water effects. So just we're drawing in the positive and negative deflection. And we just do a little bit smaller ones here. See? Like that. And then I'm gonna smooth it at a lowish length. Something like this. Like this. Gonna go back in, reduce this length. and just keep messing with it till it makes sense to you. Then I'm gonna go to the bottom, make sure. Okay, perfect. So something else you want to do is you want to turn on bump faces only and accumulate, so you don't accidentally start blinging it from underneath where you're intending. But that's not important for us right now. So we can just do this, do that, move it out a little bit. Like that. Move these out here. Okay. So that's our water. Let me make it a little bit darker. It looks like water. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to go ahead and apply to remove all the stuff that isn't this. And let me okay. Let me figure out the best way to remove anything that is in this middle area. I could do. I could. Oh, that's what I do. I will go ahead and I'll make a line here. Like this. Very rough outline. I'm going to use this as a tool to kind of cut away the parts we don't really want. I take this. I should be cutting this. Okay. So if we just... Nope. Cut through like that. What the heck is going on here? The getting weirder and wackier. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this off. Take off this solidify. Have this. I'm just gonna exclude Alt S. or just out like that. Okay, so I think I know how to do this. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna draw a line. Not clicking on anything. I'm gonna draw this line here. You probably do this for the plane as well. I'm just trying to learn how to use different ways to use this box cutter tool. Okay. Now we just take this, set it to location 0. Okay. Now it's something like this. I'm gonna move down slightly. Now something like this. We're gonna just take this, put it in the Z dimension. Now get rid of the solidify modifier. Gonna recalculate outside and also delete some of these or dissolve some of these edges. Like that. Dissolve edges. Dissolve edges. Dissolve edges. Dissolve vertices. Dissolve vertices. Okay. Then we have this. We're gonna hit E. And then we're gonna scale it and everything, but the X dimension. But for some reason, it is flat. The edge loops? Oh, because of this one. It's like a double line here or something. Gonna bridge the edge loops. Do the same on the bottom. Here isn't working here. Something here is not working right. I'm just gonna use a plane. So we're just gonna add a plane. 90. Like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna slab this edge here. Then we're just gonna extrude it. So this should work, no problem. Okay. So now I'll just add some thickness to this by using solidify modifier. Now we'll just difference this from that. Perfect. Then we will apply that modifier. And we'll grab its outside edge, delete it. We're just splitting this up. We're probably gonna run a cube through the whole thing here. Like that. Wait, yeah. This is more of our blocky terrain tide pool thingy. Move this up a little bit, like that. So now I'm just gonna add like a starfish or two to the outside edge. So I'll do that, just a couple starfish. I'm gonna add, maybe I'll add a cylinder. Maybe make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay. This is 10 here. Add a cylinder out of 10 faces. Should be able to then just grab 5 of these. And then exclude them. Alt S. That. Bring this small section in. Bring these sections in as well. Do like that. Subdivide surfaces. And probably make this middle part bigger. And then just bring this middle part up some. Like that. And we're just gonna slap some starfish on these blocks. Like this. Slap some more starfish everywhere. Maybe one more starfish there. Just change the starfish color. Orange. Maybe take this one. Put it over there. So it's kind of in the water and kind of out. That. Like that. Take this. I'm going to subdivide towards a little bit more. Then I'm just gonna, same thing where I select a couple of random ones. And then I'm gonna use sharp. And then just move them up in the Z dimension. I can make them bigger spikes. Just leave them blank for now. Textureless. Just change this color to black. Okay, so the very simple, basic blocky tide pool terrain thing. So as you see here, you can just add starfish to really make it a lot more interesting. You could add starfish, you could add fish. You can add really anything. But this is just generally how you make a blocky tide pool. And of course, like all these, the painting IRL or in real life will literally bring it all together. Let me just, I'm gonna see if I can add something just to give it a little bit more life here. See. Okay, yeah, let me just add some low tads. Swimming around. Yeah. Whatever you want to do to add some more life to the scene, you can do it, but that's the basic set. So thank you for watching, everybody who watched. I hope you enjoyed your time, learned something new, but I hope everyone has a nice night.